Politicians can't do it. They're all talk, they're no action. They don't do it. All they care about is running for office and winning. They used to call it the silent majority. I'm calling it the noisy majority because we are angry. And we are angry. We're angry at stupid people. We're angry at people that don't know what they're doing. But we have incompetent people negotiating. We have donors. We have people. We have political hacks. We're not using our best. Oh, these politicians are so bad. All talk, no action. That's these politicians. Nothing ever gets done. You're not going to make it. I'm telling you, you're not going to make it if you put some politician in there, and I know them all. When I call, they kiss my ass, okay? So they kiss my ass. True. Just to finish, there's so many things that our country can do. It's common sense. It's smart. We have to be so vigilant. We have to watch. We have to see what's happening. And when I brought up a certain subject about radical Islamic terrorism a couple of weeks ago, I was met with unbelievable, similar to when I talked about illegal immigration. And by the way, when CNN came out with their poll 2 weeks ago, I lead with ISIS by a lot. I lead with everything. I lead with immigration. I lead with ISIS. I lead with terrorism. And I don't mean by a little. I'm over 50% with most of them. I lead with the economy. That we sort of expect because I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. That I can tell you. The greatest. I'll be the best. But when I brought up radical Islamic terrorism, words the President of the United States refuses to say. Now, if you don't say the problem, and if you don't know what the problem is, you're never going to solve the problem. You're never going to solve it. There's nothing wrong with him saying we have a problem. I mean, the World Trade Center got knocked down. People are being killed all over the place. By the way, when I left today, Cologne, Germany, which is one of the most peaceful places, they're having riots in the street. People have been just beat to hell. Women have been raped. What's going on in Germany is unbelievable. And we have to be smart. We can't take these people from the line that we have no idea who they are. You know, we all have heart. And the migration is a terrible thing, caused to a large extent by Obama and Hillary Clinton with their policies that were so stupid, so totally and grossly incompetent, caused really by them. So what happened, and others, but really by them more than anything else. You look at what they've done with Libya, with Syria, the whole thing, everybody, I don't think they've done one right thing, even a few things. Look, 50 soldiers. We're going to send 50 soldiers, okay? 2 months ago. So Obama gets up, he announces, we're going to send 50 people. First of all, he thinks it's wonderful. 50 doesn't sound good. These are elite soldiers. These are great people. These are unbelievable men, women. These are the finest. What the hell does he have to say it for? Because now they have a target on the back, and the enemy is looking for those 50 people. If he would have just kept his mouth shut, he could say, and you know what? For the purpose of PR, when you say 50, people say 50, it's actually bad. It's not even good. But why does he have to say it? Why does he have to say we're getting out? We should have never been in Iraq, folks. But we shouldn't have gotten out the way we got out. We shouldn't have gotten out the way we got out. I mean, I hated what they did. I hated what they did with Iraq. But we shouldn't have gotten out. And he goes out and he announces the date that we're leaving. And I said, oh, that's smart, because I figured it's camouflage, right? I figured he'd never leave. He leaves that date. So the bad guys, and don't kid yourself, they don't want to die. You read all about, they want to die. Bullshit. They don't want to die. Okay? They don't want to die. And let me just tell you another thing. Their families know everything that they're doing, just like your families know everything that you're doing. Their families know everything. and they care more about their families than they care about themselves. They don't want to die, but they care more about their families than they care about themselves, and their wives know, and their children know, and they knew everything about the World Trade Center, and they knew what was going on. And those people in California, they had pipe bombs all over their place, all over their apartment, and there were numerous people that knew, and they could have reported them to the police, and you wouldn't have had the problem, but they didn't want to do it. So something bad is going on, and before we do anything, and before this country goes totally to hell, we better get smart. We better get away from these stupid politicians that don't have it, and we better do it right, because we're not going to have much of a chance. We're not going to have much of a chance. So it's become largely, and even at the rallies, everybody has great confidence in me with China and with all these places. And don't worry about it. We'll take great care of that whole situation. And we'll get along great with them. It'll be fine. We're going to do great. We're going to do great. But we're going to strengthen up our borders, and we're going to get along great with Mexico. They're going to respect us more. They don't like us now. They take advantage. They don't even like us. I mean, Ford's building a $2.5 billion plant there. Nabisco, moving their factory there from Chicago. They're closing their factory in Chicago, moving it to Mexico. And that doesn't help us, folks. I went to the greatest schools. I went to the Wharton School of Finance. I went to Ivy League College. You know what? That doesn't help. But you don't have to go to college to do it. That doesn't help us. It does nothing for us. We're going to have respect. We are going to be respected by other countries now. We're not respected. It's funny. We're like the big fat bully that gets his ass kicked all the time. Nobody respects it. That's what we are. We don't win anymore. And what I said before is this. We are going to win so much that you people are going to get so tired of it. You're going to beg me, please, please, no more victories, Mr. President. No more victories. We can't take it anymore. Give us at least 1 or 2 failures. And I'm going to say, no way we're going to have failures. We're going to win all the time. And we are going to make America great again. I love you. Thank you. Get out and